Impressive group of NFL coaches and scouts all descended in Norman, Oklahoma today. The reason Oklahoma's Pro Day, the star attraction, none other than quarterback Baker Mayfield with our Jeff Darlington.
All right, Baker, first of all, what were you able to accomplish? What did you want to accomplish with this Pro Day?
Just to show the arm strength and accuracy again. There was some things at the combine that I left short on long balls, so I wanted to get the arm strength question out of the air. So I think I handled that today, and so I accomplished what I wanted to.
Yeah, the deep ball did look especially strong. So now you got the combine out, the Senior Bowl is done, Pro Day's done. Now it's about private meetings.
Yeah.
What do you want to accomplish with that?
To me, that's the best part. Besides going out here and throwing the ball, is getting in there and showing what I'm capable of mentally. Learning the game, they give me certain plays to pick up quickly and then try and draw it and teach them. So I enjoy that. Being able to show that you can quickly adapt. You can think on your feet and just roll with it. And so when teams talk about, well, a quarterback has a talent, but he's got to be able to pick the system, or he's not going to have it. And so that's what this process now is about. And so I got to go do my thing.
Some very talented quarterbacks in this draft. Now that you've gone through an offseason talking to these NFL types, where do you think you stand?
I think I put myself in a good spot to be, considered the best quarterback in this draft. I've always believed in myself, but I've been trying to answer the questions that people had doubts about. And so now it's on to the classroom stuff and them getting to know me as a person. So I'm excited about it.
Have you gotten any sense where you stand in that regard? Do you feel like teams regard you in that capacity as well?
Everybody has a different perspective. It's interesting, this whole process. Everybody evaluates differently. So, I have a good feel on which teams like me and which teams aren't as interested. But, you never know how free agency is going to hit. And I'm sure there's been stuff that's happened while I've been working out today. So all I can do is focus on myself.
One more thing. I noticed on your do you wear that wristband a lot? What's that? This one right here? Humble over hype.
Yeah.
What's that mean to you?
Oh, it takes me back to my roots. You got to be humble. Don't believe in the hype. Don't listen to outside noise. You got to put your head down and focus, go to work, or else it doesn't matter. The thing is that I think about is I had to work for it to get here. And before that, there was no hype. So why not, keep thinking the same way?
All right, go get it. Thanks, Baker.
Thank you.
Baker Mayfield, a.k.a. Karate Kid. He's got
Daniel's son.
Daniel's son. Daniel's son. Look, I like wax on, wax
very
off.
strong. We had the Johnny Manziel and the camouflage shorts, and now we got the Baker Mayfield headband.
We also got the Todd McShay, who joins us.
But anyone on the set.
Yes. Right here. We have to thank the snow because he couldn't get to Oklahoma. So we
also have Schefter Cam, by the way, in the corner.
Oh, yeah, he's over there.
Literally. We have a camera on Schefter all the time.
We got a camera on him. But listen, Todd, since you're here, and we're glad you are, let's just start with sort of an overall assessment of Baker Mayfield's performance today.
Oh, the all-important Pro Day,
Yes, the all-important.
In these, you want to see a quarterback who's consistently accurate, and the ball's not on the ground. And there were a few, I counted 5 from every throw he made, probably around 80 or so throws that you would say were off target. A couple drops, balls on the turf 6 or 7 times. But overall, you see here what you see on tape. Probably the most accurate quarterback in the class. Excellent touch. Timing was good. Footwork was crisp. Looks pretty natural with his drops and getting the ball out on time. So I think everything you think of him, you basically just want to check that box today and not have a Teddy Bridgewater type of workout where you're wondering, hey, what happened? So to me, I think Baker came out and accomplished what he wanted to. And now I think the most important part of the process for him is coming up with the private interviews and meetings with teams, and teams flying him in and getting to know him and figuring out who he is, and if they believe that he can be the face of the franchise and it can channel all of that energy that he brings, because the stuff on the field is awesome. The concerns with him are, does he love what the game brings him a little bit too much?
The Hollywood type stuff.
Right, exactly.
Which, Bill, to that point, if you believe that this next step is the most important or among the most important for Baker Mayfield when he's talking to teams, what would you want to hear? What would you need to see to assure you he was comfortable focusing solely on football?
I'd like to hear a little more humility, to be very honest. I mean, the idea that I'm the best quarterback in this draft, who cares? I want a guy who said, I'm going to be the best quarterback I can be for your franchise. I think his focus is just a bit off. Now, I understand he's got a chip on his shoulder, and I understand that he's got a reason to do that, and he's overcome a lot in his career. I just like to see him maybe grounded is a better phrase, grounded as a professional. He's still a little immature, I think.
And can I say at the Combine, just to be fair, I think most of the quarterbacks who were at the podium said they feel like they are the best quarterback. And I understand what you're saying, because everything that comes with Baker in his past and things like that. And I think also when he was asked how he would potentially handle, not saying that he's going there, but potentially handle a competition with Eli Manning, he said, listen, I don't have a backup mentality wherever I'm trying to go, but at the same time, he understands what the deference would be to a quarterback who's won 2 Super Bowls, and he would, try to show that as well. But I think the interesting topic that people were also asking him there was, how would he handle players potentially trying to target him because of that braggadocious aura that he projects, which is what Bill is perceived to be getting at.
Well, no question that'll be something that he'll have to deal with going forward if he carries himself that way.
Well, the difficult part, though, is what his greatest strength is also potentially his fatal flaw.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And we see that in a lot of people. Often the case. That energy and that chip is part of what's gotten him here. You know, 2-time walk-on and fighting through, and the energy that he brings. And sometimes he's not quite channeling it properly. But I think the hope is one team's going to look at him and say, you know what, we believe in him. We believe he'll continue to mature. And if you talk to anyone in Norman, including and especially the important people, Lincoln Riley and all their coaches, and every teammate that I've talked to, this guy just has a leadership quality about him where teams will run through a wall for him. So there's a lot to like with the intangibles with Baker as well.
He's not for everybody, though.
Right.
In fact, I would say that about this entire quarterback class, but Bill hits on a point that for teams that have questions about him, the humility part, or just stay more grounded, what is Bill Parcells' 11th commandment?
Don't be a celebrity
quarterback. Don't be a celebrity quarterback.
Some teams are bothered by the fact that he's got, like Schefter, his own camera crew following him around.
Yeah, good one,
That's fair.
So what I'm saying is that you do hear that for the teams, but that's part of the deal in terms of if you're going to pick at it,
especially more at that position.
Yeah. Right.
Especially at that position, and you're right. Look, it's not one of those where all 32 teams would sit there and go, I would love a guy just like that. I love that aura. I love all that swag. Because some teams will go, no, actually I don't. Because you know what? My quarterback coach and my offensive coordinator don't want to hear that all the time. They just don't, because everybody's different. So now a fit is absolutely important. Play caller personality and the personality of Baker Mayfield, he may be, look, that may play well at some teams, and other teams, they may sit there and go, you know what? It just doesn't jive. You know that relationship was important. You saw, again, we've said it how many times. We saw it take quarterbacks from here to here when they got with somebody who they could communicate with and relate to. He's got to go to the right place.
Right.
It could be the difference between failure and huge success for him, and he has to be mindful of that, just like Bill said. Tone it down just a little bit, and just make sure that you're being, if that's authentically who you are, fine.
Right.
But then just make sure, understand, though, when some teams go, maybe we don't want that, don't be offended.
Understand why.
Exactly.
Understand why.
This is a very tough league. And it's important for a rookie to come in and recognize, hey, these are the best in the world at what they do. And, yeah, I've won a lot in college, and I overcame a lot, and I'm a great talent, and I can play with them. But you know what? They know a lot more than I do about this business.
Right.
If you don't have that mindset, you're going to run into the wall and get yourself bloodied up.
Yeah.
You need to come in with the mindset that I'm an apprentice here. I've got to learn this business. Not that, hey, I'm going to lead you to the promised land.
The one concern, just from a combine or statistical standpoint, would be that 40 time at the combine, 4.81, 4.88. The Russell Wilson comparison doesn't work there because Russell ran a 4.55. 4.88 gets you crushed by the rush. 4.55 lets you escape the rush.
He's still slippery.
He's slippery.
He's still slippery.
He's not running away from a lot of defensive ends.
But I think the discernment with him is it charisma or is it cockiness? Because you heard him say, I'm not cocky, I'm confident. And when you're around him, you feel that magnetism. And so I know if I feel it, we're talking about a locker room full of grown men, I feel like they will feel it. However, that age difference, in terms of how it rubs off on them.
I think it's interesting, too. This class, as talented as it is at the top of these quarterbacks we've talked about for 11 months now, you look at it and you say, all right, well, with Mayfield, we just addressed what the concerns are. Josh Rosen from UCLA has some of the same things you're questioning, like what are we getting in terms of a person, and make sure it's the right fit and the quarterback coach and the coordinator and head coach that he's going to. And then you've got Josh Allen from Wyoming, who's had some durability issues, the inconsistency with the accuracy. That's why I think when you start to look at it, Sam Darnold, while there's some parts of his game that can improve, he's had the turnover gene, as Bill would say, but he's also been the most durable, and he's as clean in terms of the leadership skills that you're looking for at that position.
Really quickly, because they're telling me not to ask this question, but I'm going to do it anyway. Orlando Brown, the Oklahoma left tackle, had a disastrous combine.
Historically bad.
I mean cost himself millions of dollars. Did he improve himself at all today at the Pro Day?
He lost 5 pounds in, 2 weeks and put up 4 more bench press reps at the 225 and ran a little bit of a faster time. They're still not good results, but
at least it's going in the right direction.
It's going in the right direction.
We're trending up, Trey.
Arrow up.
It would have been hard to trend down. Let's be
well,
That's exactly
anything
right.
is possible, Trey.
Yeah,
Never
never
trend down.
when you're at
Never